And boys, we are back here with another Madden video. Today, what I got for y'all is going over the best cards at every single position in Madden 25.
Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order.
Now, we are going to go ahead and get it started with quarterback right here, where quarterback, we just updated this tier list. I think it is absolutely loaded, and you guys can have someone that maybe I don't have right here, but for me, my QB1, I'm going to go ahead and go with right-handed Michael Vick right here. And Michael Vick, I mean, 95 speed is great, 94 throw power, hits all the actually thresholds. Like, I can see Josh Allen right here, I can see RG3. Like, there are so many quarterbacks that could be right here. And again, if you're valuing abilities, quarterbacks like Jeff Garcia, Johnny Unitas, there are so many good ones in this game. What I will do for this video too is I'm gonna go over the abilities I would run, which I'm spending all my AP on Vick right here, and it's gonna be Master Attack, Gunslinger, and that gift wrap for 1 AP right here, all 9 AP on Michael Vick. I think this is a very sound strategy. I don't really think you need anything else, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and move the running back right here, where we are going to have Super Bowl Jamal Lewis. And this card right here, he gets a start on X Factor, whether you want it to be Freight Train, whether you want it to be any one of these things. I think that is very, very valuable. And he also can get 0 AP Energizer as well. And I feel like that just goes ahead and kind of separates him a little bit from the running backs, getting a 0 AP ability. And yeah, I mean, you could run the 2 AP Wrecking Ball too if you did want to fit that in, could try that out. Also right here at our fullback spot right here, I think this is potentially there's two cards that deserve like mentions here. It's Okoye for abilities, and it's also William Perry for just like him being 6'2", 335. Like, these two cards deserve to be mentioned in this video. Okoye right here gets like armbar, jukebox, or bulldozer for 0 AP, so that's really, really nice. Any of these 0 AP abilities right here, really good abilities, of course. But William Perry, I still think he might have an argument for the best running back in the game, man. I mean, he is a huge player model, trucks through people. I really like this card, so I bare minimum wanted to give him a mention. And now we're going to go to receiver right here, where one of the receivers, I do really like Reggie Wayne a lot, and this is why. So he is 96 speed, 90s across the board for route running. Pretty much every receiver we're going to cover, going to be fast, going to hit 90s across the board for route running. But if you find a way to potentially fit in the rack him up for 2 AP, I really, really like this. But bare minimum, he does get mid-in or red zone threat for 0 AP. Both of those abilities, they aren't crazy, but you can go like the red zone threat if you didn't want to. You could go the mid-in elite. I understand why you would, but rack him up still does beat the man press, kind of like how it did last year. We made a ton of videos on that. And if you guys are ever struggling against shade down 2-man, and me personally, when I play that defense, I like to throw streaks. So I really do like spending that 2 AP on Reggie Wayne, which again, if you want to do that, you probably need to change your quarterback to someone like a Jeff Garcia, like a Johnny U, like a Steve Young, something like that. So yeah. Now, wide receiver 2 through 4, I was down to these 3 players. I just didn't know which 3. And I'm going to start out with wide receiver 4, the person that I decided, you know, we don't need him on the team. Cooper Kupp is really, really good, though. Let me explain why. So he's 96 speed, again, good route runnings, pretty much, again, everyone's going to hit that. Start on X Factor, like you could do the double meet, max security, or rack him up. Again, all those things insta-beat the man press. That's pretty nice. At the same time as well, he doesn't get anything for 0, right? Like, if you go through, he gets some discounts, like he can get a 1 AP short in, and that's like all cool and stuff. But like, we're looking, if we're gonna have Vick as a quarterback, we're looking for some 0 AP abilities. Doesn't get it. So I went with the players that I thought were a little bit better from a core rating standpoint. And at wide receiver 2 right here, we're gonna have OBJ, insane price for him. Worth it? I'd say no, but like, objectively probably top 3 receiver in the game, 97 speed. Again, this time for his player specific abilities, he gets the jukebox for 0, route tech for 2, so a 0 AP ability. You're probably going to be on conservative, so maybe you don't want to run this, but yeah, OBJ is going to be a wide receiver 2, and a wide receiver 3, we're going to have another speed demon right here. We're going to have Xavier Worthy, and this card, 5'11", 97 speed, 90s cross board for route running. And yeah, this is what my receivers are looking like right here. Let's go to tight end, where I am going to have Rob Gronkowski for a couple of reasons. 95 speed, 95 short, 95 medium, 88 run block. So just really good balance. Like, I mean, he can run routes, he can run block, can do the best of both worlds, right? And of course, gets the start on X Factor, where you could go, hell, you want to go Vanguard, you can go Vanguard. You can go double me, you can do basically whatever you want right here. I just recommend, again, spend what's called 0 AP on it. I wouldn't spend AP on the X Factor. And for his abilities, of course, he does get some discounts, where actually doesn't get anything for 0 AP, but this is another potential card that you could go the 1 AP short in elite on, again, if you wanted to change your quarterback. But yeah, Gronk is going to be our tight end. Now for offensive line, this is how I decided things. I looked for the best balance of pass block finesse, pass block power, and run block. Pass block finesse and pass block power work against the defender's finesse moves and power moves, while the regular run block rating works against the defender's block shed rating. And at left tackle, because of that, we're going to have Jake Matthews. We can compare it to Charles Cross right here because he has more pass block power, more run block. He beat Charles Cross for me. Going to be our left tackle. At left guard right here, I went Joel Bitonio still. We can compare him to John Hannah right here. More pass block power, more pass block finesse, equal run block. Joel Bitonio wins that matchup. At center right here, I went with Tyler Biazdaz, and we can compare him to Alex Mack or Creed Humphrey, and he just has 95 pass block power, 95 pass block finesse, 95 run block. Think that's amazing. At right guard right here, we went with Larry Little. Like, our right guard and our right tackle, I don't love, but I feel like they have to make it here. And the reason why I don't love it is the lower weight, right? I do think this affects line play, of course, but what Larry Little can get is he can get identifier for 0 or natural talent for 0. And that's really his main value. I think getting identifier for 0 is really, really nice. I mean, secure protector for 1 isn't the worst thing in the world. Could see you maybe playing this card at center as well. I don't think it will affect him that much if you play him at center. So yeah, just like the identifier for 0, getting that. And at right tackle, we are going to have Forrest Gregg. And for me, again, 249, that's a little bit rough, right? I think if you have arguments against the right side of the line, that's going to be your argument. But I do like, again, just getting something right here. 0 AP lunch pen. It's better than nothing, in my opinion. So yeah, this is what the offensive side of the ball is looking like here. Now let's go ahead and go to the defense, where we're going to get it started at free safety. And at free safety, I'm going to have Ronnie Lott, again, Super Bowl card. These Super Bowl cards are pretty juiced. 96 speed, 93 acceleration, 90 man, 97 zone. And again, this card again gets like any, like, what's called X Factor you want, whether you want to run an avalanche, momentum shift. You can run some start on X Factors. And for discounts, he can get pick artist for 0. He can also get the mid-zone knockout for 1. That's really all I'm looking for. Now, I do want to give a like honorable mention right here to a card that I think is like an S tier player. We're going to have a couple of these. Ronnie Hickman. I could see the world where you want to run Ronnie Hickman over Ronnie Lott, especially when we incorporate price, right? I mean, Ronnie Hickman, 96 speed, 97 acceleration, 96 zone, 92 man, and also at the same time gets 2 great discounts, whether you want to run deep zone, mid zone, or you want to run mid zone pick artist. I think those 2 stacks right there are really, really good. And yeah, I mean, deep zone, mid zone is basically every single thing your safety could ever possibly play. So yeah, I like this stack a ton right here too. You can definitely run it, but Ronnie Lott with the mid zone pick artist, I think that for 1 AP is a little bit more valuable, but you can make some debates. And yes, I'm going mid zone over deep zone on my top safety. It's not close. Mid zone is a better ability. I don't care what anyone says. Strong safety right here. We are going to go ahead and go John Lynch. And man, talk about 3 just like S tier safeties right here. Derwin James, Brian Dawkins as well. Derwin James with the 0 AP mid zone. Brian Dawkins with 0 AP pick artist and 1 AP mid zone. Both of these cards are absolutely elite as well. John Lynch, I feel like just narrowly is better because, again, star on X Factor, whether you want to run Avalanche. And of course, he could get base Avalanche too, which is pretty interesting if you did want to run it. But mid zone and also pick artist for 0 AP. That's why he's making it. But you could actually do too if you wanted to take like full advantage of the 0 AP abilities. Probably put Lurker on him right here, and then also like pick artist right here. I mean, the Lurker isn't going to do anything crazy, no, but you get another ability on him. Might as well. So yeah, and I do want to just bare minimum mention Brian Dawkins because, again, price point going to be a little bit cheaper than some of these guys. Pick artist mid zone. You can also play Brian Dawkins at corner as well. I think he should probably be on the field somewhere. Like mid zone pick artist for 1 should be somewhere on the field. So we're definitely mentioning him at the bare minimum. Now corners right here at CB1, I'm going to have Deion Sanders, of course, 6 foot, 96 speed, 96 acceleration. Now what I think is crazy on him is universal coverage for 3, and then also pick artist for 0. That's really all you need. This could be another X Factor player for you, but I don't really like, what do you even need at that point? You have every single KO, man in zone, you have reaction time. Like, what do you even need? This right here is like, I hope Deion stays with the Universal, man, for forever, man, because I don't know when he will leave the team, even if it's 3 AP. I think that's nuts. Best corner in the game, in my opinion. At CB2, we are going to have Carlton Davis still right here. Sorry, I can't spell, but this card is 6'1", 94 speed, 94 acceleration. And again, for his abilities, he can get the mid zone, he can get the pick artist for 2 AP. And CB3 here, I'm gonna have Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore, this is specifically with the Roster Revolution token, 94 speed, 94 acceleration, but the main reason he's here is the 1 AP mid zone knockout. So yeah, this is what the secondary is looking like. Let's go ahead and go to our front 7. We're at right outside linebacker right here. I actually went with the coverage player because we didn't have a lot of them on the field. I went with Rob Gronkowski. He's 93 speed, 91 acceleration, and great man in zone. Like, I still think he is an amazing coverage player because he is so tall with 6'6", right? So that's really why he made the list. The height, the man in zone. I feel like he just still makes plays to this day. Left outside linebacker for me is going to be DeMarcus Ware. This card, 93 speed, 91 acceleration, great block shed, power moves, and finesse moves. And of course, from an ability standpoint, you get defensive rally for 0, and at the same time can get lurker for 0. Like, basically everything you would want for 1 AP too. If you want a 1 AP double or nothing player, can get that. Also does get a start on X Factor, where you can start Unstoppable Force on if you want to. You can also run Unstoppable Force as a base ability. For me, this is tough to fit in the AP, but definitely can see a world where you try to make that work. But yeah, that's DeMarcus Ware though, man. Ton of ability combos, absolute beast. Let's go to middle linebacker, where middle linebacker 1, another Super Bowl card. I think this is by far and away the best linebacker. Like, he is the S tier linebacker. 95 speed, 91 acceleration, great zone coverage, also amazing pass rush as well. So can really do everything. And abilities, you can run the mid zone for 0, and of course the lurk artist for 0. And if you want another 0 AP ability on him, might as well throw the lurker on him, I guess. I don't know, man. Or maybe double pick artist, maybe he'll super catch picks. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's what Ray Nitschke is looking like. Why he's here on the team. Middle linebacker 2. I actually am going with Isaiah Simmons right here, the ranked reward over Brian Crushing as well. This card, 6'4", 95 speed, 95 acceleration with 93 zone. Amazing coverage player. I will say, I think you got to run the mid zone and also lurk artist to get the full benefit of this card, but 2 AP for that. I like it. And yeah, we are technically over on AP on defense right now, but you get rid of Hickman, you get rid of Brian Dawkins, we have 2 AP to play with, okay? Now let's go to defensive line, where at our left end spot right here, we are going to go ahead and have Julius Peppers. And this card is 93 speed, 94 acceleration, amazing speed off the edge, great pass rush. And this card also does get a 0 AP ability of no outsiders. So it's cool. Also, if you want to run edge threat, you try to fit in the AP, gets the 1 AP edge threat, also gets all 32 team chems. At right end right here, I'm going to actually go Joe Klecko, which might seem a little bit weird, but the reason why I'm going Klecko right here, one right end was a little bit weak in my opinion, but I just like the 1 AP Don. Like, if you want to run a double or nothing play, if you want to run an ability D lineman, I like Klecko a ton. This is still my right end. At DT1, Joe Green, 88 speed, 98 acceleration at the DT spot. Great block chip, power moves, and finesse moves. And for his abilities, again, start on X Factor, can run whatever you want, and get some discounts as well. I would recommend running the tip drill, by the way, too. The reason why I say that is just balls up in the air, can maybe make a play, right? And besides that, he doesn't get anything for like crazy for 0 AP, but he'd be another potential, like, say, 1 AP double or nothing player, right? Like, you can make that work as well with the AP. And at DT2, we're going to have Warren Sapp right here, worth the price. Again, I'm going to say no, but 86 speed, 93 acceleration, great pass rush, and of course his abilities, unpredictable for 0 AP. And if you want an inside stuff player, you can try to make that work as well. So yeah, this is what the defensive side of the ball is looking like. Now let's go over to special teams right here, where at kicker, we're going to have Justin Tucker, highest kick power. You know, we're not going to talk about Justin Tucker. Anyway, so punter right here, Tom Brady, also highest kick power. And yeah, boys, this has been my updated thoughts on the best card at every single position in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Let me know if I left anyone off the list today that should have been on it. I hope you guys did enjoy the YouTube video today, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Madden 25 Ultimate Team content just like this. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use these cards live on stream, have been streaming on both YouTube and Twitch to watch on the YouTube. Make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.